so he doesn't have to sit on the sidelines and watch count. Movies like Dance With Me and Strictly Ballroom help you understand what dancing really is and when two become one with the music. Please welcome John Miller, The Toboggan Affair, The Toboggan Affair, John Miller.
There's snow in them there hills. Are you toboggan ready? It's the closest thing to the luge or the bobsled that you were going to come to. I remember going my first time when I was 5 years old. I don't know who took me, and I don't know where I went, but I remember vividly everything that happened. There was a tree, and it was a slope. Somebody had tied a rope around the tree so you could pull yourself up. I went to the left because it was icy all the way down. I had a 3-foot toboggan with me, and I had a 2.5-foot sled. I started with the sled first. I aimed it, I laid down face first, pushed myself off, steered with the little rudder. Went flying down that hill, ice flying up into my face, hit the smooth part, which was 15, 20 feet. Hit kind of the lip where it came in contact with the snow. Went flying off the toboggan into the snow. It was a riot, except for the yucky part of going down. I had to do it feet first. I ran back to that rope. I wasn't walking all that way. I was in a rush. I put the rope from the sleigh around my neck, and I proceeded to climb up. And boy, did I ever get up that rope fast. But I had to stop halfway. I realized I was choking to death. So I didn't put this on. I got up to the top and I beat almost everybody there. I moved another 3 feet to the left, where it was more smooth with the snowpack, with the snow. I sat down and put my feet first this time. I took off like a shot. I just went flying down that hill, across the ice, right onto the snow. You know what happened? I sunk down 4 inches. The sleigh, the steel rungs, they wouldn't support the weight. But that was great because I knew I needed a toboggan now. So I rolled off, picked up the sleigh, climbed up the rope, got the toboggan. I aimed for the same spot. I took off, right down, hit the same spot, and I went about another 4 or 5 feet farther. I looked behind me. I was plowing the snow. This is great. I rolled off, picked up the toboggan, went back up to the hill. And then all of a sudden I realized there's trees there. If I keep aiming for the same spot, I'm going to hit those trees. I took off again, hit the same spot. I went another 3, 4 feet. This was great. I was plowing through that snow. I was going to hit those trees. I don't know how many more times I did it, and I have no idea whether or not I ever got to those trees. But I do remember telling my parents later on what a blast it was. My little brother standing there beside me. Every little kid loves to go fast, don't they? Do they? I'm going to jump ahead 10 years now. I have a 5-year-old brother the same age. Our family toboggan is leaning against the side of the garage. I noticed that one corner is busted. Now this is between Christmas and New Year, so we're off school. There's one jagged board that's just waiting to fly off. That's going to hurt somebody if it flies off when they're going down the hill with it. Well, that's all right. I take it downstairs and I decide I'm going to cut off the last section because 5 feet's better than no feet. I saw off the tail end, restring the rope, and that's fine. I turn it over, and I noticed that all the varnish on the bottom is wearing off and there's rough spots because they've been dragging it on gravel and stuff. Well, that's no good because if you have a toboggan, you know that it's varnished. That means there's no friction. But bare wood, that means it's going to go slow because there's friction. Now I've got a problem. All our varnish is out in the garage. What am I going to do? It's frozen. I need something else. So I look around and I realize that we have a jar or a can of that wax that you use on hardwood floors. Have you ever walked on a hardwood floor in your socks after someone has just polished it and ended up on your rear end? I read the instructions. Apply, dry, and use polisher. Do we still have the polisher? I look in the colander. It's still there. Hey, this is going to work out great. I apply polish all over the bottom. I turn it around, I do all the edges, and then I leave it set, and I go back after dinner at 7 o'clock. I get out the polisher and I plug it in. I put it there. I'm ready to go. I hit the switch and I push. I end up over here. You ever used one of those things? They got two wheels. They go like this. You don't tell it what to do, right? You don't lead it. So for the next half hour, 45 minutes, I'm like a curler. I'm going up and down, pushing my broom. I'm getting that baby just nice and smooth. And then I just put everything away, and I wait until the morning to go down and admire my handiwork. So I go down the next morning and I look at it, and it's not bad, but it probably needs another coat, right? Because all the varnish is gone and I was sanding down rough spots, so it doesn't hurt. And besides, I can leave it for 10 hours and let it dry longer. So I go and I just give it another good coat. Then I wait until after dinner, and I go down and I spend another 45 minutes like this, up and down, turning around, up and down, even the curve spot. And then I leave it, and I go down the next morning, it's perfect. So I announce to the family, we're good to go. So I take it outside and I put it by the garage. A couple days later, I'm downstairs shooting pool. The front door slams. Boots are thrown on the floor. They were stomping in the kitchen. My mother says, honey, what's wrong? Where is he? They're stomping down the stairs. The door flies open. They're stomping down the stairs. Halfway down, he stops. He puts his hands on his hips and he bends over and he looks at me. Are you trying to kill me? It goes too fast. So, if you've never been tobogganing, I suggest that you go buy one. Head for Toboggan Hill first thing Saturday morning. Aim for the Tim Hortons drive-thru. Order a double-double on your way by. Make the hard left. Tip the girl when you pick up your coffee. Go flying across Ottawa Street, land in the fireside parking lot. Park your toboggan and go inside and have breakfast. And if tobogganing isn't your cup of cake, then on your way home, buy a hatchet, chop it up in little bits, and throw it in the fireplace. Make great Yuletide logs, and they'll burn with a blue flame.
Okay, so timer, please can we have 2 minutes to complete our speech evaluation? Guests, please feel free to complete an evaluation form. Your feedback is welcome. Just right inside the book. Did you get a book? You don't have a book?
Oh, here.